What's going on, YouTube? Tony and Jill here, rolling with the Bolins. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully you weren't too stressed out with all the crap, unless you're in Ohio, which I'm sure there's probably other states. It's got the whole grounding of adults, you know, with a 10 o'clock curfew and all this kind of crap. I mean, for real. I ain't been grounded in years. Well, she tries to ground me, but I'm a rebel, and I just do what I want anyway. That's probably why I got knots on my head sometimes, because, you know, I know she hits me when we're asleep. But anyway, so like I said, hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving and everybody's doing all well with all the crap that they keep putting on us as far as, you know, lockdowns and all these kind of things like that. So we just thought today we would just kind of sit down and just kind of share some thoughts of ours of our full-time RV life, and maybe even talk about some of the places that we like the most. What about you, Jill? You got any place that sticks out in your mind that you'd love to go back to right now?
Right now, somewhere warm.
Somewhere warm. Yes, because Ohio sucks at the moment. These bipolar temperatures. And, you know, we said we weren't going to get ourselves in this situation. But, you know, with this stupid stuff that's going on in the world, Ohio is one of those things. It's kind of like the black hole for us. We should probably just boycott Ohio unless we have to come back here, because there's always something when we come to Ohio that either keeps us here longer than what we planned on being here, or we have to
come back for some
other goofy ass reason that brings us back here. Now, we love Ohio, don't get me wrong. We love, you know, all of our peeps from here in Ohio. But, you know, we did RV life to be someplace other than Ohio.
Right.
Just unfortunately, this has been, I think everybody's plans this year has kind of been hindered as far as all the crap that's going on in the world, and a lot of places you can't go and all that stuff. But, you know, we're going to not preach about that, because
I'm not exactly sure which states are closed down, like having curfews, or I know we were, six people in your house for Thanksgiving. I don't know anyone that followed that rule, but
yeah. Well, you know, like I said, with everything going on this year, you know, I really just at this point quit paying attention to what other states are doing at the moment, and just kind of just concentrating on basically making it through another day of dealing with the crap in the world. You know, like, you know, it is kind of depressing being here stuck, you know, in a place that you really don't want to be, but you got to try to make the best of it, and that's what we're going to do. So, you know, try to, I guess, filter out all the negativity as far as all the crap that's going on in every other state. So,
yeah. But when you travel, that's, you know, you kind of have to remember what states you're going to, and if they have that 14-day
quarantine and all that good stuff. Yeah.
And if you're traveling, if you're really in your RV, is that considered you quarantine? You know, this would be the things to look into, I guess, while you're traveling.
Right. So, like I said, you know, our plans initially were this year was to come back here, register our truck that we had to purchase in Arizona, and we were going to head up toward Butte, Montana. We were going to spend the summer up there, fly fishing, running from bears. Well, I was going to trip her, and I was going to continue to run from the bear.
Still sounds fun.
But that was kind of what our plan was. But, you know, like with everybody, I'm sure everybody's plans got changed around a little bit. But back to the whole thing of a couple places that we really enjoyed that I would like to go back to, and some places that we still haven't hit yet that I would like to make it back to those areas to go. So, one place I would rather be than here right now, I guess, is I would like to be down in either Florida. Let's start with Florida. Let's do the whole thing here. We'll start out with Florida. I like to be down somewhere around Tampa, or even over toward Fort Lauderdale, Florida for the winter, for the summer. Not in the summer. If you guys have ever been down there, it is humid. If humidity is not your friend, or if your girl gets a lot of frizz in your hair, yeah, that's probably one of the places you want to stay away from in the summertime, because it's so hot it melts body parts. What are the places you like to go back to? We had a good time out in Arizona over the winter last year.
We're missing all those people that are out there right now.
Yeah. So yeah, if any of you guys are watching, definitely miss hanging out with you guys from last year. This year would be a little different. I don't know how we'd work that in there with everybody, you know, 6 feet away and masks and everything like that, you know. Especially if you happen to be around Papa Drew, because, you know, even if you get a mask on, Papa Drew likes to plug up the potty. So I don't think masks are going to help his situation. That's my fear factor from being out there, is the gentleman who plugs his toilet and tells everybody about it. But no, just kidding.
Or digs holes.
That's all love, Papa Drew. Papa Drew. It's all love. We
joke.
we had a great time with you guys out there, but everybody poops, man, right? So, but we had a great time out in Quartzsite last year. We met some amazing people out there, and there's a lot of them that are back out there right now that we were kind of wishing we were out there hanging. And we just hope you guys are being safe, and I hope everybody's being safe as you possibly can. But I really enjoyed that one little horse camp we were camping at up there by the Superstition Mountains and Apache Junction.
Yeah, I've come to the realization that there's lots of places I want to go back to, but there's so many places I haven't been yet so it's like, I miss the people that we met and seeing them again because they're back there.
Right.
But I would rather. I mean, I'd like to go there, but I'm kind of torn because I want to go to new places that I haven't been.
Well, we can't go meet new people now because they got to wear face masks. We never know what they look like if we saw them again.
So everybody's the same. Everybody's the same.
Everyone's going to break out the pig nose at the end of this.
What a coincidence. Everybody's the same.
So yeah, I mean, but she's right. I mean, there's a lot of places that we've been to that we definitely like to go back to. But like she said, there's so many places that we still haven't ventured and to go explore that we want to. Like we have been by this is horrible. We have been by the Grand Canyon. I don't know how many times we've been by the Grand Canyon. Less than like an hour. We could have went by there
together and
separately, and we have yet to go to the Grand Canyon. Who does that?
Maybe.
Who does that in RV life? Be that close to
it?
And well, yeah, everybody's flown over it, but but like seriously, how can you be that close to the Grand Canyon and not go?
Yeah, maybe one day.
It's because we're stupid. We didn't go. Now we're wishing we could be out there to go there. Like now, it's like, oh man, we really should be at the Grand Canyon right now. You know what? You know damn well when we were out there, we could have went. We probably do the same thing. Like, I don't want to go up there right now. Well, we're taking for granted there's a lot of places that still going to be there, but we had a great time. Like I said, at Superstition Mountains. We went to Roswell, New Mexico. Roswell, New Mexico. That was a destination point that I'd always wanted to go to myself. But after we kind of got there. No offense, Roswell, you're kind of a letdown.
Yeah, there's really nothing there.
Other than hanging out with the pot-smoking alien statues, you're pretty much, you're nothing, nothing wrong there.
Probably should do some research about the whole alien thing. And
well,
Area 51 would be better.
Here's the thing. If I was the people who lived out there where the alleged crash site happened, I'd sell tickets and let people come and look. But all this stuff's on private property, so nobody can go look at where the spaceman supposedly crashed down. See, that's the kind of stuff I want to go look at.
And I would put fake stuff there. Is that wrong? Like a little alien shit.
It's just like a woman faking everything. Anyway.
Really?
But I mean that was something, that I guess the build up leading to getting to Roswell was kind of a really? Yeah. But and then one other place, like we have been by the Smoky Mountains so many times, but yet me and Jill have never been to the Smoky Mountains together.
Right.
And the last time we were going to go to the Smoky Mountains, when we were coming back from South Carolina, they had wildfire. It really wasn't a wildfire. Some idiots set it on fire. So we couldn't really go over there. It was like, this sucks. So we come on by there, and then like back to Oregon. We want to go back to Oregon because up there, that's where some idiot. Or I don't know if that was an idiot start the wildfires then. I think somebody said there was. But we were up there at Mount Hood. It's some of the most beautiful country that we had ever seen as far as mountains. And that was
a few years ago. That's not even the recent fires.
Yeah, that's, a couple years ago fires. It was so bad we got chased out of Oregon because of it. Yeah. Now, that really sucked because we were really looking forward to staying in Oregon for a while. There was so much country up in Oregon that you could disappear in Oregon for like 6 years and still find cool places to see in Oregon and northern Washington and places like that. Hell, even in some place, even though I don't like California all that much, I just don't like driving. Northern California be fine. But yeah, all these places out there, and especially like, New Mexico, Arizona, all the terrain.
You have ocean, you have mountains, you have woods, you have desert. I mean, you have everything.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing about being up there. We saw a lot of nice places up there, and even up in Idaho, guys. A lot of people don't think about Idaho. Idaho is that unforgotten, well, not unforgotten. It's forgotten place of some of the beauty they have up there. Everybody just thinks of Idaho and potatoes. I mean,
nothing wrong with that.
Well, I like potatoes too.
Just don't give me your dog. I just learned that.
Yeah, don't let your dog have
potato peel.
Potato skin. See, not good for them.
Skin. Why do I keep saying that? Anyways, skin, not peel.
We have not been drinking Grandpa's cough syrup, I promise.
It's been a long day.
But, that's one place that, like I said, the Tennessee, we wanted to go to the Smoky Mountains. We haven't been there together. I've been there several times as a kid with my family, which, it's a good place. Everybody ever watch, National Lampoon Vacation where, they drive across the country to go to Wally World? Well, see, my family had our own little freaking adventure like that. My dad didn't go to the sporting goods store and, get a BB gun and shoot John Candy in the ass with it. But we went on a big family vacation. Everybody was stoked. We got to Dollywood, and freaking Dollywood was closed. This is the motto for my life. I go full-time RV, and they close the damn country. What the hell? Really? So, yeah, I'm kind of wondering, should I have seen this coming from the family vacation to Dollywood, and Dollywood was closed? However, they did have the gift shop open in Dollywood. We could go in and buy a trinket. Man, you ain't getting nothing from me. I saved this, hard-earned money here from, mowing the grass to go here and buy some. I ain't coming here. No. However, they did have go-karts in Gatlinburg, and that was pretty fun as a kid. And then they had the Elvis Presley Museum and all that stuff. That was pretty fun. I thought it was a little, I don't know. It was funny.
I've never been to Dollywood.
But, great place. But, that's one other place. And then, I don't know if a lot of you guys have been following our channel for a while. Back when we first started full-time RVing, work had me everywhere. So we were boom, bam, boom. So it was kind of almost like the trucking industry with me being all over the place. I was like, we're not getting to enjoy this. We are going way too fast. Like one day we were in Miami, Florida, and then we turned around. I think we went straight to Tacoma, Washington from there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we went to North Carolina and then went to Tacoma, Washington. And then they had me bebopping up there. Then we were back in, Florida, I think it was the next week, over around Orlando. But, so some of those places that we've been to, we didn't get to enjoy them as much. And we would like to go back and see some of the things.
Especially Maine.
Yeah. Maine, we were up there. Unfortunately, it was a work capacity for me, a different job I was doing at that time. So it required me to be, not really to go, I guess, do the whole touristy thing. We got some great footage, and we had a great meal up there. It's beautiful up there. But, however, it seemed like natural disasters were following us. So maybe you might not want to follow the Bowlins trails. Because when we were up there, they had a real nasty windstorm that knocked everything out up there.
I think it's just, I just think it's natural, but...
If the Bowlins went there, they're going to have a natural disaster there, I swear, after that. I was like, we were, what was the name of that town in Texas we went to? Waxahachie. Little small town south of Dallas. We were there, and then not long after that, we were going toward Houston. We came away from there, and then they had the floods. It's not our fault.
No.
But, it's like the pattern of that,
Yeah.
And then, where was the other place? Well, the wildfires, the flood.
Hurricane.
Oh, and then we left out of there. The hurricane showed up.
Florida.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
Thankfully, we were leaving, and it had real bad tornadoes in Missouri. Yeah. And we had just come through there.
Granted, all these are the norms for
the norms.
A lot of
I think it's just maybe our travel time is kind of goofed up or something.
Because I'm sure Maine always gets windstorms because, it's way up there and there's a lot of wind. Florida and Louisiana and Texas probably always get hurricanes.
Yeah, so, but, that's kind of the thing about it, RV life. There's so many places we like to go back to, and we have so many of our favorite places, but we have so many of those places that are yet to be discovered our favorite place yet.
It's very easy to get stuck into doing maybe the older people or the people that are retired. They go from one state to the other and they stay there and then they come back. They go to 2 states, that's it. And it's very easy, I think, to get into that pattern because there's so much to see and do in the state that you don't normally live in, and it becomes a habit.
Yeah, kind of because Miss Jill, she works in the home, so she can work from the RV. What I do, of course, everybody knows I can't do that from the RV. I can sit on the couch and pretend and go.
Not yet. They might one
air
day.
Horns. Just again, somebody come up with that technology. I just pilot the truck from the couch. That'd be cool.
Anybody can do it.
But with my job, we don't always get to stay in an area for a certain amount of time. Or sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. But we don't necessarily get to go say we're working here in Columbus, just for instance. There's a lot of places in Ohio we could go to, but we're not going to just take a drive to Cleveland on the weekend because my schedule. I just never know how my hours are going to be. So yeah.
You didn't hear it, and it's Cleveland.
But with that being said,
just kidding. I like Cleveland. He's
well, with the work capacity, kind of gets you in and out of states a little bit longer than what
right.
So you shouldn't be. You don't have as much time in one area. I think that's what I meant to say. I think I just had a brain fart because she's got me thinking about how mean she was to Cleveland. However, I don't. You know what? I don't know what. In Ohio, let's just tell all you people who's not from Ohio, have been to Ohio. Columbus is the best city in Ohio. I'm sorry, I said it. Cincinnati, Cleveland, you suck. You guys are dirty.
They're working on him.
Hey, yeah, working on letting the atom bomb off again up in some of these places.
There's some really nice things going on in Cincinnati.
Yeah, there's some nice things in there. Me leaving. There's a nice casino if you're in the Cincinnati area. And the reason it's a nice casino is because they make homemade ice cream. Other than that, whatever.
No, they've redone some of the attractions down.
Y'all can redo what you want until y'all get rid of some of the crap and the nonsense going on down there. Yeah. And in Cleveland.
Unfortunately, we have that too. So.
Yeah, Columbus is a little bit better. Columbus, I don't know, but actually Columbus is on the list of the cleanest cities in Ohio. Now, I don't know how much stock I should put in the person's list who made this. I don't know how often he's visited. But if any of you ever watched The World According to Briggs, yeah, I'm plugging another channel here, but he's pretty cool. He's got some interesting tidbits, and it's kind of funny, some of the stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so check his stuff out. And but, where the hell? We went down a rabbit hole.
We always do.
But,
we're talking about Columbus.
We're talking about Columbus. You talking about Columbus.
And how Columbus is the best.
It's not the best city in the world, that's for certain.
In Ohio.
Oh, but, yeah. No, anyway. So we like Oklahoma. We got our favorite place in Oklahoma, which is Edmond, Oklahoma. A lot of you guys have never been there.
You got a mouse in your pocket.
Huh? You didn't like Edmond?
It's all right. I don't think I have a favorite city.
You don't have a favorite city?
No.
Well, let's see.
Edmond's nice. I'm not going to go.
Well, I'm just going to say this about Tulsa. If you want to go and possibly end up on an episode of Cops, go to Tulsa. Because they actually have, every turn a corner and block, there's a camera crew jumping out of the damn squad car with the police chasing somebody down doing something stupid in Tulsa.
Yeah.
So, and to the fact that I asked a Tulsa police officer, which part of Tulsa is the nicer part of Tulsa? He looked at me with a straight face and said there ain't one. I had nothing. I had no response for that man. No. But anyway, so Tulsa, like yours.
So this is kind of a good point, though. Since we do stay in places a little bit longer,
we get to learn. You don't want to be there after dark.
We really do learn a little bit more about the area and the good sides and the bad sides, and and have usually really good stories. But when you're traveling too fast and you're going from only staying a week or two, you really don't get into the nooks and crannies of how towns and cities around you are.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that.
And see, that's kind of the way we were traveling when we first became full-time RVers. It was, like she said, the bam, bam, bam. We were clear across the country, and we've seen a lot of places, but it's been nicer slowing down the way we've been doing here. Yeah, not as slow as we've been right now because of, the shitstorm in the world. But it's been nice slowing down a little bit. Now, granted, we'd rather like to slow down someplace that we're not from.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's just... We're back to the home stick and brick life here at this point.
Yeah, if I could have waited just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and we know every back road, twist and turn, every pothole. It's not exciting anymore.
If you guys know of something or want to know something about Ohio or see something, let us know. We're going to be here probably a little.
I'm going to tell you, don't show up. Because Daddy DeWine has got you on lockdown. You grounded.
We've seen it all. We've been here.
He's watching you. But, so there's so many places that we like to go back to. Like you said, this year we planned on going to Montana, then down to Florida, and then we were going to come back here in March for our first grandbaby.
Yay.
Yay. So, that was excitement and for us. So, yeah, we're changing our tour plans, so to speak, just because, we want to try to filter in for that. So we're contemplating on something right now of possibly sneaking out of this iceberg. We've got to wait and see what's happening first. But we like to go back up toward Maine, New Hampshire, and things like that. We like to get back up to there and spend some more time up there. Miss Jill's never been up to the UP, and that's something that we'd like to do at some point. Take her up there, and we would definitely love to go to Alaska. Well, together to Alaska. I've been to Alaska. She has not.
I haven't been to Canada either.
Oh, I thought you've been to Canada.
I've been to Mexico. They wouldn't let me back in.
They might keep her if she goes across the border without papers. That's what you were saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was only 12, so.
Oh, you were 12? Great. My mother and father-in-law's my aliens. Anyway, so, but yeah, we like to go back down there, or up that way toward Alaska at some point. That's part of the thing we like to do on our travels. Now, I don't know if we do the Alaska thing, if we will take this rig. This may be either us changing out rigs, or we may
borrow.
Well, not borrow. Borrow nobody's rig.
Like rent.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Borrow nobody else's crap. But, because I ain't paying for it. We may
just buy a truck
come
camper.
with, we might buy like a truck camper or something like that, put in the bed of the truck. It might be a little easier to go to certain places we want to go.
That'd be awesome. It really would.
But see, the other problem of having that kind of stuff is you have to resell it when you get back, when you're done with it. If you don't sell it, you got a place to put it, because you don't have a stick and brick anymore, so you're going to pay a storage bill. So we're trying to figure all this crap out. How we really wanted to get all this stuff done in America, and we wanted to go over the big pond over to Europe and maybe check out and do the canal boat thing and go live a few months on the canal boats, traveling up around and over there and see England and all these places, and possibly either buy a motorcycle here and ship it over, or buy a bike over there and do and do an actual cycle trip of Europe. I think that would be great. That's something we'd really like to do.
I think it'd be awesome to see Tony on a Vespa in Italy.
Shit, I'll ride a Vespa. I don't care. In Italy, that's cool. As long as there's good pizza. Anyway, but that would be cool. That was kind of our plan, was to do a few years here in the United States, and then we were actually going to go and do something overseas for a few months, or as long as they would let us stay in their fine country before they decided, hey, you guys got to get out because you're just tearing shit up. You guys are bringing to me natural disasters with you or something. But that was kind of our plan of what we're doing. So that's something that's on our radar for the future. But here in the States, there's just so many places, though. I mean, I like to go back to Texas. We had a great time in Texas. We always have a great time in Texas when we're there. Very cool. Now, one thing that we definitely need to do is we need to go see an actual rodeo while we're in Texas. Now, I got a cousin of mine, but he's a city boy from up here. So he's going to take us to a rodeo because he lives outside of Dallas now. So we may take them up on their offer and go watch an actual real rodeo next time we're there. There's a nice 1,000 trail parks. What was that, Bay Landing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great people run that over there. Great 1,000 trail people over there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good 1,000 trail park to go. There's not a whole lot to do around Bay Landing, but I think you're like 45 minutes from Dallas, Fort Worth, and Dallas. So you're not too far away from the major city, but you're far enough away from all the crap and all that stuff. Now, Dallas, I will say one thing about Dallas is I used to know my way around Dallas a lot. And then I hadn't been to Dallas for several years, and I swear to God, they moved I think they picked everything up and moved it and changed everything. I mean, everything. I got lost. And I used to run to Dallas 3 or 4 times a month to Dallas. And, it was all screwed up. We need to take Miss Jill down to Louisiana. That's one place that she hasn't been to yet.
I've been to a lot of states, but there's like just little bits just little places I haven't been.
Yeah, but I would like to get back out to Arizona. There was still a lot of Arizona that we didn't get to explore. Now we like Flagstaff, but we were up there. It was too cold to be in Flagstaff. So we'll have to do the northern part of Arizona in the summertime. That way it's not too unbearable. Utah is another beautiful state we'd like to get back to. Utah, we did not spend enough time there.
Not at all.
We thought we were going to get to go to Moab, and then work changed it. We had to go right on. Literally, we were at the exit to Moab, and we had to change course and go to Florida.
Yeah.
I think we got some pictures of that somewhere.
I wish both of us were retired, or both of us could work on the road, and then just that whole area.
On the road?
I mean,
remotely.
Colorado, Utah, Nevada, those whole state, just.
And that's the other.
That's
another state we need to get back to. We need to get back to Colorado. Colorado is a state that
there's so much
we love there in Colorado. We just, it was always we was only there for like a day, or possibly 2 days.
Couple days every.
And then we would be bouncing from there to Kansas, and no offense, Kansas, I-70 sucks.
Yeah.
You got good rest areas and nice places for RVs, but
yeah.
And we'd like to go back up to Nebraska. Nebraska's a nice area too. There's not a whole lot of stuff in Nebraska, but they got cool little areas up through there too that we saw that we'd like to get back up there.
I think our point is there's a lot to see in every state, and there's just.
Yeah, so, there's pluses and minuses of the way you travel. Yeah. I don't know if anybody else has figured out exactly the best way.
Every state has beautiful stuff, I think. There's very few states I have.
We started this video. We were just going to talk about the places that we really like. I want to go back.
I kind of like the United States.
United States?
I'm kind of, that's my favorite place. Of course
you like the United States.
It's one of my favorite places.
Marlick. God. Now, okay, we'll talk about one other place that I don't think we'll go back to anytime soon. At least not in the dark. Albuquerque. Yeah. Albuquerque, no thank you. Albuquerque, you're no friend of mine. We do want to go out to the Balloon Festival, but we'll probably be closer up into the Santa Fe area during that.
And that's hard to get into. So
yeah,
that's a year planning out. You have to plan a year out, unless you have a little tiny rig.
Exactly. So yeah, I think what I do kind of does hinder our travels a little bit because the way I have to work outside of the RV. So we don't get to just hit and run places like we did. But when we were able to do that, just the company I was working for at that time, they were just running me and Miss Jill ragged. So we really didn't have time to make good videos for you guys. We didn't have time to really stop and smell the roses, I guess. And then when we did have a moment to kind of sit back and relax, we were pooped.
Yeah. We
didn't really want to do anything. I mean, so it's kind of been beneficial to stay in places a little bit longer across the country, which we like that, but sometimes work for me is not always in the most beautiful and glamorous locations, or there's no camping area close enough to where we want to be that's going to be close in relation for me to go to work. So, we still have to make our trips and planning accordingly.
Yeah.
But me driving a truck, it's kind of hard for me to have a real set schedule of what I'm doing. So it kind of flip-flops on us. But yeah, there's still so many things that we haven't seen yet and we want to get back to see. But Arizona is one of those places we need to go back and conquer that. Phoenix, we've seen enough of Phoenix. No offense, Phoenix, but yeah.
Yeah.
Seen enough of that. The museum was cool downtown. Don't act like we didn't go downtown. We went to a museum. We went to the museum.
We went to a museum.
Yeah, we went to we went to the museum.
It had cars.
Hey, you don't have to tell me what the subject matter was that got me down there. But some of our favorite places to camp, though, in Arizona was Quartzsite. We loved being out there, like everybody we said, and
Scullypalooza was cool.
Yeah, Scullypalooza was cool over there at the border of Arizona. So if you've never been to Scullypalooza, that was very cool. We met, like I said, some great people down there. And then the horse camp up around Apache Junction. Tucson, there's some nice areas around Tucson. Tombstone, we didn't get to go there.
Yeah, there's just so
when
much
we were
in-
out there this last time, we didn't get to go there.
Yeah.
So there's so much to see. I mean, there's just really, I don't know. Does anybody else have any favorite places you guys want to share with us and the rest of the viewers about where you guys want to get back to, something, you know, that's stands out in your mind that it's just the phenomenal place that you really want to go to? If you have one place that we can make it to this year, what would it be?
This year?
Yeah.
Or you mean this coming year?
No, this year, like next month. We hope
I still want to see Florida Keys, but I know that's a ways down.
They're not letting people in.
I want to take Tony to Disney World. He hasn't been.
I'm at Disneyland since I married this woman.
But I heard that they're laying off people, so I don't know what they're going to be doing.
I'm married Goofy, y'all.
I'm Harry Pluto. Which one doesn't talk? That's the one I want to be married to.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, no, we just thought we'd share just a little something, you know. Hopefully everybody's, you know, doing okay out there with everything that's going on in the world, you know. We just thought we'd share a little bit of some of our goofiness and some of our antics. So these are some of the things that happen behind the scenes. We'll just sit here and start talking about stuff together. And, you know, it's kind of hard to have a conversation with us sometimes.
Yeah.
We're all over the place. We're like 10-second Tom from that one movie.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Right, pretty much. So we have that mentality once in a while, but we get excited about some of the places we've been, you know, and we try to make a good video to let you guys see some of these places. But sometimes, to be honest, when we're out, we just forget all about the videos and just take in life. I mean,
we love traveling. It really is.
Yeah, that's something that we were meant to do.
Yeah. And
it is kicking our ass not being able to just pick up and run and do anything and everything we wanted to do this time around. But with all the crap, you know, it does make it a little, you know, I guess during these times, I guess in a way, we're very fortunate we're here in our domicile state with our family in case they need us or something happens.
Right.
We do feel very fortunate we're here and not, you know, 1,000 or 2,000 miles away from here. I mean, especially with the new grandbaby coming, possibly, you know, any kind of medical issues that may arise in that camp, and we, you know, try to be here. You know, they're not letting people in, but I guess, you know, to be here, I don't know what we could do for them, but we would be here and not be so far away. I guess it's just a way to feel a better state of mind of making sure you know you're here to help if you need to be here. Because there at one time they weren't even allowed to fly. So
yeah. So now that I feel that, and I don't know if everyone feels the same. I feel that we're kind of turning a corner, and people are kind of realizing we kind of have to live with this whole issue, and you know, we're finding ways of going through our days with the precautions, and so hopefully flying will still be available. So if we do go south and something happens, you know, we can fly back. That's the hope.
Right. All right, guys. Well, this video is starting to run a little long because we're getting a little crazy. Really, it was just hoping everybody's doing well out there and, you know, keeping your head above water and, you know, try not to let this crap get you down. Hopefully some of our videos can help you escape from the crap for a while. And even this video here make you just think, what kind of train wreck did I just watch? At least it's something to either make you smile, make you cry, what the hell was that, or something.
That's 30 minutes you'll never get back. Sorry.
Well, anyway, guys, this is Tony and this is Jill. And we'll see you guys down the road, hopefully sooner rather than later, and without a mask, so you can see all the ugly you can see.
I spent a lot of money to be behind a mask. My smile at us.
All right, guys. Be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.